What's up YouTube, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about something that's very important to me, since I've made so many videos now talking about how good this bike is and how much I love it. Today we're going to talk about the things I don't like. And I think for everyone who is interested in this bike, as cool as I think it is and as much as I love it, it's also very important for you to know about the things that might not be so good. You know, the things that might deter you from purchasing the bike. And we are going to start with pretty much number one, which is something that's important to me. It might not be as important to you, but as someone who works on his bike a lot by himself, the bobbins. This bike doesn't have a special thread for bobbins particularly. Some other bikes, especially the old Fireblades, they all have separate special threads for the bobbins. And that is something that's super important to me because I really like using the bobbins, and I also want to use the special mount for the bobbins. The regular mount isn't that bad, you know, but the one that allows you to hook it up to the bobbins is a lot better. It's a lot more secure, and you know, it's just a lot harder to install bobbins on this bike than it is on any other bike. It's a very minor gripe. You can still install bobbins on it. It's just a bit more difficult, and you need a specialized mount for it. That's pretty much it. Number two is something that I am very sure a lot of you have already faced with the bike, whether or not you have a 23 model or a 24 model or even a 19 model. Second gear sometimes just doesn't want to get in. Like, you're ready to shift into second gear from first, and then all of a sudden you land in neutral, and it's like, what the hell happened? This happens a lot with the bike, and I'm not 100% sure how I can fix it, or even if there is a fix for it. I just know when you're switching gear from first to second, you need to slam that motherfucker in, or it just won't work. But yeah, I noticed this happen in other gears as well. It's much worse from first to second, but it does happen from fifth to sixth sometimes as well. I don't know if it's just me or if it's the bike, but yeah, that's something that also happens, and you need to watch out for that. It happens a lot. You know, someone commented on my other video on my TikTok. I made a funny video about that. Someone commented, it always happens when someone's looking, and yes, it's 100% true. This only happens when someone is looking at you. It's so annoying. Number three is another highly requested feature that a lot of people have asked me about this model in particular, going forward from the 23 model. Water or oil temperature cannot be shown on the dash, on the screen. You can go into the options menu, like deep options menu, which by the way you cannot access while you're riding, and see the water temperature in the options. I mean, how useful is temperature? That's it. And that's something they can definitely update, and I think they should update that. Up next, I think what I really, it's sort of a love-hate relationship with the bike. I love it and I hate it at the same time, is Honda Road Sync. I am very grateful for Honda Road Sync being there, and you know, the bike has a lot more features than other bikes at that price range. Honda Road Sync allows you to control your music, control navigation, show navigation on the screen, which is very useful for someone who doesn't want their phone mounted like that. You know, it's super useful to have navigation on the screen for whatever reason. There's always somehow you can benefit from that, but it is too limited. If you're going into the Honda Road Sync screen and you're selecting navigation, right, Once you have selected the navigation and you started navigation, that's it. You cannot look further into the route. You cannot look at it, detailed. You're just stuck with that. That's it. It doesn't let you look at it any further than that. And that's just too limiting. Like I'm starting a navigation to an address that the app is already very it's not precise about which address I'm choosing or which facility. For example, if you're navigating to a McDonald's and there are 5 McDonald's, it just shows a list of 5 McDonald's, and then you're clicking on one and you have no idea which one you actually just selected. So that's something that they can definitely improve by just allowing it to integrate with Apple Maps a bit more. I don't know if it's the same on an Android phone when you're using Google Maps, if it's also limited like that, but it has these integrations. HANA Roadthings comes with these ideas that are nice, but it doesn't fully flesh them out. It's like they're all beta. It feels like it's a beta, really. So yeah, I'm not really using it much more now. I used it a lot at the beginning. What's really nice about RoadSync is it also records your rides when it's on. When you have RoadSync on the phone and it's connected with your bike, it records all the routes that you're doing. Right, something else that they could do a lot more with is the styling the bike comes with by default, when you purchase it. And the most glaring example of that are the foot pegs for the rider and the passenger. All of that, why does it have to be this ugly silver color? Other bikes come with already black powder coated ones, and they might be some people might say, oh, it's because of visibility and you need to know where your foot is and stuff. Nah, that just doesn't make any sense. Honestly, just saving money. If they were black, that would be a lot better. It would be a lot better for the bike by default. You would have less stuff to spend money on and less stuff to do with the bike to really perfect the look and get it the way you want it to be at the end, right? I'm getting my passenger foot pegs powder coated in 1 or 2 months. It's not an emergency, but it would be nice if I didn't have to do that, right? Alright, so the last topic is something that we are going to need a bit higher speed for, and it's also something a lot of people have asked me for, and I still get questions daily. What's about the vibration at 6,000 RPM? So let's see if I can demonstrate. Alright, what I need to also say about that, yes, there is vibration at 6,000 RPM plus, but every bike I've been riding so far has a certain amount of vibration at a certain amount of RPM, right? Naked bikes, like 2-cylinder bikes, they have vibration a lot sooner, so you don't notice it because it's sort of like ingrained in the bike itself. They're just a little more unruly. The 4-cylinder is super smooth until you get to a very high RPM with it, and honestly, it's not that big of a deal anymore. I don't notice it anymore. Especially after I've gotten the bike back from my first inspection, I felt like the vibration issue was a bit alleviated. It's not completely gone, definitely. Would I say it's an issue for me without rose-tinted goggles or anything like that? No, it's not an issue for me at all. I really don't give a shit. You're rarely gonna of course, unless you either do racetrack or you're always going in 2nd or 3rd gear when you're, riding like this. Unless you're always going in 2nd or 3rd gear when you're riding at higher speeds, you never notice it. But if you're using this bike for tours and just having fun and just cruising around, you are never going to notice the vibration issue past the fifth gear. You're not going to notice it. You're not going to notice it more than on other bikes. Honestly, you really won't. I've had a lot of trips with this bike so far. As you can see, I'm at 2,188 kilometers now, and I can tell you from all the places I've been to, all the ride outs I've had, I never even once thought about it when accelerating. And I have been properly accelerating. I have been properly riding this bike in every possible gear, right? It just really won't make much of a difference for you. So that's something that I honestly just don't think about it. Really, it doesn't matter much. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I know this was short and concise, but I hope that it helped you guys discern whether these issues are problematic for you when purchasing the bike and owning the bike, obviously. But as an owner, I can say everything that I've talked about in this video is really just a minor gripe and nothing that would totally ruin the bike for me, you know, definitely. So let me know in the comments if you have other issues with the bike, or if there are other things that you don't like about the bike. We could talk about it, and I'm curious to hear your opinion on it. Remember guys, like the video if you liked it, comment down below what you think, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome videos like this. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.